What's going on, everybody? It's Flygon here, your coach of the Florida Flygons, and welcome back to another week of the UNPL. It is week 6. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do a week 5 upload, a week 5 battle, because I was having really bad internet issues. So I didn't end up giving, Lucas, the forfeit win. So now we are 4-1. That's our first loss. It really sucks. It's really unfortunate that we basically lost the battle off of internet issues and me not being able to connect to the internet. It's been stressful, man. It's been stressful, but it is what it is. We have to move forward, and this week we will be facing Misery and his Naruhata Hoppers. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I hope so. Please make sure you go check out. Fuck, I don't know if I said that right, bro. I don't know. Make sure you go check out Misery in the description below, as always. And let's just hop right into the team builder. So let's see what Misery has cooking. He has round 1 Pheasantipity. God bless your soul, brother. Mandibuzz, Garchomp, Black-and-Rock Dusk, Hoopa Unbound, Ditto, Tauros Blaze, Inteleon with Terra Water, Fire, and Fairy, Shiftry, Masquerain, Terra Pikachu with Electric, Terra Ice, and Terra Fairy, and then, last but not least, Cryogonal. So it's a very interesting team. It's a very unconventional team, and I decided to bring some stuff for it. I can't just like setup stuff is weird this week, so if I want to go for setup, I have to go for some unconventional things like this Espeon set, which we will be running Terra Fairy with Calm Mind, Stored Power, Draining Kiss, and Imprison for Ditto. And dude, if we could get this set up, especially with this Adrenaline Orb, if he decides to bring Webs and lead Masquerain, this Espeon will always be our lead, especially if he brings Masquerain. And if we can get that Adrenaline Orb activated, Terra turn 1, Calm Mind, and just get this thing rolling, we could literally just win. This thing could just genuinely 6-0 his entire team. It is so strong here, and it's the main reason why I'm not bringing Ogerpon this week, because I want Espeon to be the focus here, because this thing really could end up popping off and just straight up 6-0ing his team. So I'm hoping we can get this off. But even if we don't, even if it doesn't do as much as I would hope, we still have other options in the back just in case. Next up, we got Slowking Galar with a Colbo Berry, Chilly Reception, Ice Beam, Sludge Bomb, Toxic, Regenerator, Max HP, Max Speed Up. This is primarily for the Inteleon, which is a giant threat with Specs Hydro Pumps. Terra Water Specs Hydro Pumps are especially scary against my team. Like, I calced it, and we're like barely taking it, bro. But we're putting Colby Berry on this so we could live like a Hoopa Unbound Dark Pulse in case we need to scout for that. Hopefully we don't, but it is there just in case for that clutch. It's also there for Specs Inteleon Dark Pulse. That's another thing. So, yep, that's what the Colby Berry's for. Is this the right berry? Yeah, it's dark. So, dude, I'm so out of it. I'm sorry. But this is going to be our special wall this week. It's just going to be trying to sped around Toxics, Chilly Reception out, and do all that fancy stuff that Slowking Galar always loves to do. Next up, we're bringing Spiritomb this week. Let's go! We're finally bringing Spiritomb. We're going to be running a Max HP, Max Defense set with Pain Split, Poltergeist, Toxic, and Sucker Punch. Really taking advantage of the new move pool Spiritomb has. Not new, but you know what I mean. Like, the really good move pool Spiritomb has, now getting Poltergeist and Toxic with the DLC and all that. So Pain Split is just there for recovery, Sucker Punch is there for priority in case we need it against something like Lycanroc Dusk. This is primarily just our physical wall to deal with stuff like Lycanroc Dusk, Pheasantipity, Garchomp, Tauros Blaze primarily. We don't have good Tauros switch-ins at all. So this is our primary Tauros switch-in, and being able to Toxic something like Mandibuzz is super valuable in this match, putting that thing on a timer. Putting anything here on a timer is just really nice, as he doesn't have good Toxic switch-ins except for Pheasantipity, which can't do too much to us 1v1. I didn't look at the thing's move pool too much. I know it's part Fairy, but yeah. I'm just happy we're bringing Spiritomb, and its in-game model looks insane. Shout out to Shiny Spiritomb, by the way, one of the best shinies in the game, bro. Fight me on that. Next up, we got Choppleberry Tinglu with Whirlwind, Ruination, Earthquake, Stealth Rock, Max HP, Max Attack. Choppleberry is obviously there to bait into Lycanroc Dusk to CC, and then we eat that super easily, and then we're able to OHKO it back with an Earthquake. Stealth Rock looks better here than Spikes for me, because if he for some reason doesn't bring like boots on Mandy or just in general. Like, I don't know. I just feel like rocks are better, especially with like Masquerain, like in case he decides to bring that as well. Whirlwinding stuff out, like an SD Garchomp, SD Lycanroc Dusk. Uh, I think Pheasant Dippy learns Swords Dance. I could be wrong. I'm sorry. But this is our physical wall capable of taking on stuff like Garchomp and Lycanroc Dusk in a 1v1 type scenario. Well, just in general being so tanky against the rest of his team. It's Ting Lu doing Ting Lu things. We have a Baxcalibur here with Scale Shot, Ice Shard, Glaive Rush, Icicle Crash, Choice Band, enough speed to outspeed Hoopa Unbound. So the reason why I made this Baxcalibur set banded and not any kind of setup is because Ditto is just a big threat. And the fact is, he doesn't switch into the dual coverage of Dragon and Ice. As you can see, he doesn't have a fucking Steel type. So we can finally abuse Band to a good degree. We're also bringing Ice Body this week, finally. It just feels more beneficial, especially if he decides to bring rocks or something. Ice Body just felt better here. I didn't feel too threatened by any burns or anything. And he doesn't really have any fire types unless, you know, for some, like, unless Tauros, but like, I'm not seeing it on a Tauros. That's just not happening. Or Terra, Fire, and Inteleon. But this thing hits like a truck this match. It's definitely going to be one of our late game cleaners. He doesn't have good switch-ins to it. And it works nicely with our last Pokemon, Fortress. I went back and forth with this last slot, but I decided an Akaberry Fortress with Volt Switch, Gyro Ball, Ice Spinner, and Reflect. Max HP, max defense worked the best here. The reason I brought this thing specifically is to deal with Ditto, which may not make a lot of sense until you realize that Fortress walls both my Espeon set and my Baxcalibur set. So the two biggest threats to his team, if he switches Ditto in on them, I can easily just go Fortress and wall anything he wants to do if he is Choice Scarf, which is very likely this week considering I am bringing. Since my team is seems like very much like setup stuff, you know, like Ogerpon and all that stuff, just Baxcalibur. So that's why Fortress is so valuable here. Also being able to Volt Switch on stuff. Reflect is super nice this match. So many physical threats on his side of the team. Being able, I just can't have too many Lycanroc Dusk checks this match because holy shit, that thing is so scary against my team. Being able to threaten Garchomp with an Ice Spinner, being able to threaten Lycanroc Dusk, and just any, like even like a Hoopa Unbound with a Gyro Ball. This thing's also really good against physical Hoopa Unbound, and it's also able to take a banded Fire Punch from Hoopa Unbound. So yeah, that's the team. And is there anything else I need to mention? I mean, Pikachu could be a threat. I'm kind of sleeping on Pikachu. If he runs physical Pikachu, it's kind of bad, but at the same time, doesn't Ting Lu just wall? If he brings fucking physical Terra Blast Ice, I think we still just eat that and fucking go it with Earthquake. But hey, who knows? Maybe I will get fucked up by Pikachu. But that's going to be the Teambuilder, and yeah, that's it. And now we will go straight to the battle. Woo! What's going on, everybody? We are out here. He didn't bring fuck, damn it. No, he didn't bring Masquerain. I'm sad. It's alright. the Espeon tech. No, it can still technically work, but he's never sending in. I mean, this is still always gonna be my lead. At least I feel like. It's just a good lead overall. But yeah, I like this team. I think it's a cool team. Did he bring anything I didn't expect him to bring? Not really. Yeah, this is about no Hoopa Unbound. That's really nice, actually. I'm so cool with that. You too. No Hoopa Unbound. That's very sick. But yeah, we will just lead the Espeon here. Of course, we didn't bring the Ogerpon this match, just cause, you know, like Ogerpon looks really good this match, like really, really good this match. But at the same time, it's like, you know, like I don't want to just keep on spamming him every week, so I won't. I want to try new tech out, you know. I want to try out new tech. That's why I'm bringing the Spiritomb. Also, Spiritomb is just decent this match. But yeah, he's going for just like very standard. Hey man, you good? Hey, hey. Okay, there. Good luck, have fun. Make sure to check out Misery in the description. Let's do this. Who is this? I am so cool with this. Alright, so let's... I think we can immediately just tear on Calm On, because I don't think we need to keep our Psychic typing for anything. Yeah, let's do the damn thing. Let's do the damn thing. Praying to God I brought the right Terra type. Yes, we did. Woo! Terra Fairy, let's go! Does just U-turn. Cool with this. He could just send in Ditto immediately. But let's see. Because we do have a Fortress that walls this thing's entire moveset. That is one of the main reasons why I brought Fortress. Because it walls my own Excalibur and it walls my own Espeon. That's why it's so lit in this match. Yeah, let's see here. I'm hoping that doesn't M1 tank. Let's go! Let's go! There's no way! There's just no way! Yo, wait. Okay, wait, hold on. Wait, what? Does he have anything that could Oko me? Okay, so we're +1/+1/+1. Dude, there's no shot. Tauros. By Terra Fairy. Raging Bull is not Okoing me unless he is Choice Banded. So I think what I'm gonna... I don't think he stays in and just lets this thing die. At least I don't think. So I'm gonna click Imprison. See what he does here. Oh shit, I didn't expect this. Don't die. No! Fuck! Oh my god, what? Damn. I got greedy. I got so greedy. Damn, that really just kills me. I forgot it got that. That's such a throw. Ah, damn. Yeah, yeah, no, that was a throw on my part. That was a throw. Ooh, wow. We are throwing out here, aren't we? Wow, that's terrible. Okay. Shit, man. That's so bad. I was in such a good position. I should have... Damn, man. I guess... I don't know. I thought... That makes me so sad. It's fine. Let's focus up here. Let's click Toxic. Damn, I was in such a good spot. I didn't think he'd stay in. I thought he'd switch into Ditto. Because you die, right? You just die. I overpredicted. There goes my main win con. I'm hoping to catch Mana Buzz on the switch. I think that's the Mandy. Nice. Alright. We have to play a very slow, careful game here. A very slow, careful game. So, he's either gonna U-turn. Foul Play doesn't do that much to you, at least I don't think. I should have actually. I think this. I don't know why I didn't. Oh wait, I did. Never mind. I was gonna say maybe I should have dropped the attack IV. But Foul Play isn't doing a lot to me. Does this thing learn Knock Off? Let's double check that. Man. the buzz, knock. It does. Okay, alright. This is not fine. Do I need Cobra though? Not particularly, actually. So we'll just go into this initially. Because he can't do too much to me in return. And I'm trying to scout for his own Toxic by doing this. If he wants to knock, that's completely fine with me. Alright, foul play, yeah. Alright, so now we can chilly out into the Baxcalibur. Let me turn on the lights to my room. Yeah, we have to play this game super careful now. Let's chilly out. Man, I'm so sad about that. If I just stayed in and clicked the move. Because the thing is, if he won his own Espeon, then I'd be forced to switch out, basically, right? I mean, not his own Espeon, I mean Ditto. Because if he mirrored my boosts with the stored power, I don't know. I guess I probably should have just went for it, right? Man. It is what it is. There's not that much we can do about it. We made the decision, now we kind of just gotta deal with it. And my team does not deal with this guy well at all. So, yeah, this is gonna be a battle, alright. This is gonna be a battle. What we can do is we can go into Gravedigger here. God, this Spiritomb model looks so good, by the way. I'm gonna Poltergeist just immediately just to see what he wants to do. Let's see, let's see. If he wants to go for an attack, he can. Because I should be able to eat anything. We're gonna play this game a lot slower, a lot more careful. That's just the way we have to approach it now, considering we kind of just threw away Espeon like that. Because again, I thought he would go hard Ditto. I didn't think he'd just sack this. I should be able to eat this pretty well, yeah. Does half. Assault Vest? That's why he switched it in, okay. Alright, so we're getting the Sync chip down. How bad do we need Spiritomb? Not super bad, actually. So I think we could actually just go for another Poltergeist here. He was AV, man. He was AV. Does that mean he lived that? I think he does. Man, that's just good. That's just a good bring then. That's just good prep. That is just good prep. I guess I'll just Kelkin now, since I'm already in the middle of this. +1, +1, +1. Okay, he goes for this. Fine by me. Yup. God, every time Poltergeist scares the hell out of me. Always scares the hell out of me. Yeah, that's gone. It's fine. So what is he gonna do here? We have Tauros gone. I'm honestly just super okay with that because we didn't have a shit ton for that. So I'm okay with that 1-for-1 trade because we actually don't need Spiritomb super bad this match. And Bandit Scale Shot is looking so juicy. So we still have our win con in Baxcalibur. We're fine. We're okay. Sniper is a wolf. Okay. So So what is he gonna try and do here? Is he gonna try and... Because I think he's trying to bait me into pain splitting, I think. Or he could just take the KO. There's no reason for him not to take the KO since I could have Will-O-Wisp. Does +2 thing kill Fortress? No, it doesn't. So I could actually kind of risk the pain split here since I don't lose a lot. I could also go hard Fortress, but what do I really need Spiritomb for? I guess I could try and get it in on Mandy, but I'm not really faster than Mandy. That's the problem. I'm gonna try and just pain split. Oh, hold on. Yeah, so fun fact, I never came back after this. So we're gonna be doing post-com now because a lot of family drama was happening right in the middle of this, which is just awesome. You love dealing with that. It's just, it's great. Have you ever tried to do a Pokemon battle while there's family drama happening and like your mom's in your room for half of it? It's just great. It's a thrilling experience. I highly recommend it. But we're gonna do post-com for the rest of this. Sorry about that, but it is what it is. There's not much we can really do about it. So I go Fortress here on the Lycanroc Dusk, because by the end of the day, he really can't threaten this thing with that much. I do have the Aqua Berry in case he is Fire Fang, and I'm just looking to see if I lose anything by I clicked Gyro Ball there. I wonder why I clicked Gyro Ball there. I think it was just to like catch like a switch. Yeah, it was to catch a Garchomp switch, and in case he decided to stay in for some reason with Lycanroc and go for the Fire Fang. So we get some really nice damage on Garchomp there. Like very, very nice. I'm surprised it did that much. So that shows me that he is running offensive Garchomp this match. And so now I'm kind of thinking, okay, so what do I do here? Because of the fact that Spiritomb is gone, it means we can't deal with this thing the best. I mean, obviously we still have Tinglu in the back, and Fortress isn't even bad against Garchomp 1v1, but what if it's special? What if it decides to run Fire Blast? So in my head, Tinglu seemed like the safest play. I want HP on Tinglu, but at the same time, I just don't have the best switch-ins to this, and if he is running special Chomp this week, I don't want to end up regretting it, because I also really need HP on Fortress. If anything, the priority might be Fortress HP before Tinglu's. I mean, obviously Tinglu's is important, but yeah, we're just in a really weird spot. We've been in a weird spot ever since we sacked that goddamn Espeon, which, by the way, I did Calx, and he showed me his Tauros set after the match, and I think our stored power had a 6.3% chance to kill, so yeah, and we never, he had like a 69% chance to kill with Flare Blitz. In general, like that, it was just good, just a good bring on his part, but, you know, again, we move, so I decide I'm just like looking at his team, just like, ah, shit, what am I gonna do here? Because I don't want Inteleon to come in for free, I don't want Lycanroc to come in for free. Mandy's probably coming in, hell, Ditto might, considering that his Ditto can probably transform into my Tinglu and tank a hit decently well. So I'm just like, shit, I don't want anything to, you know, get a free switch in. So I decided to EQ since he doesn't have like a 100% clear Earthquake switch in. And he does decide to go the Inteleon. So we're able to get an Earthquake off and get that massive chunk off on it. Like, that's really, really important shit. And so now we're stuck in a weird position where we have to go Slowking Galar here no matter what, because we need HP on Tinglu for like Garchomp, for Lycanroc Dusk. We just can't afford to stay in here and try and get the kill, especially if he's Terra Water Snipe Shot. That's the move, right? Snipe Shot. So no matter what, we have to go it here. If he reads it, goes for Dark Pulse, amazing play on his part, but this is just what we have to do, you know? Slowking Galar is here for one reason, and that's to be a good special wall. It's here to deal with this Inteleon, so we just have to make do of the situation and go Slowking here and hope we don't take too much. At worst, even if he does go for Dark Pulse, it may or may not be a 2 KO, depends on if he specs or not, which we will be able to scout here. He goes for the snipe shot. It does crit, and that did a gigantic amount of damage. Fun fact, I wasn't even looking at my screen when he went for this move. So 1 second, I decided to switch into Slowking, and then when I look back at my screen, Slowking took over half. And so I was just like, did he go for a Specs Dark Pulse, or did he get like a crit? And I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna chili out. I don't know what he did here, but I think no matter what, he's gonna Terra Water to secure a kill if he is the Terra Water. And if he isn't Terra Water, then I know he's Terra Fairy. Because I feel like he has to go for the Terra Water here if he wants to secure the kill. Because in my head, those were the two scenarios. So he got a crit with a water move, which would most likely be Snipe Shot, which means he's a crit set, or he Dark Pulsed. Again, this is literally like a 50-50 because I didn't see what move he clicked. So I saw Dark Pulse and my heart dropped for a second, but I was able to eat it and I was like, oh, thank God, okay. We're good, we're fine. So we get the call right, and so now, again, we're in a tricky spot because Slowking was supposed to take this thing on 1v1. So it's just like, shit, what do? We need HP on everything. So I go into backs here because it can live one of every hit. But in my head, I'm just like, okay, he wasn't Specs. That I feel like he would have gone for Terra Water Snipe Shot or Terra Water Hydro Pump to finish the Slowking off to get that kill. And one of his other Terra types is Fairy, which does very well this matchup. And so I was just like, dude, what if I just Ice Shard here? Because I don't think he's Terra Water. I think he's Terra Fairy. And like it would be obvious for me to go for like a Glaive Rush or something. So I could get this kill right now with this Ice Shard. So I decide, you know what? I'm going to call out the Terra Fairy. I think he's going to Terra Fairy and try and Terra Fairy Terra Blast and kill me here. So I'm thinking about it. Just like, oh, should I even make this play? I think it literally, like, there was like so much going on in my house at this point. I can't believe I made this read with like everything going on, but I think I was just like in this mood of like, fuck it, I don't care. And guess what? He did Terra Fairy. We got the call out right. That wasn't the safest play I could have made for sure, but it's the play I wanted to make. And we were able to get that kill with that Bandit Ice Shard. And man, like in hindsight, looking back on this was such a clean play. Just being able to figure out like process of elimination. You are not Terra Water. You would have Terra Watered and killed the Slowking Galar if you had it. So you are Terra Fairy because that is the only other Terra type you could run in this matchup that is good against me. And it makes perfect sense to go for Terra Fairy against Baxcalibur, against the fucking Dragon type. So that puts us in a way better position than we were in before. Because now we don't have to deal with Inteleon anymore. Inteleon was the biggest threat to our team. Not to say something like mixed SD Garchomp isn't a threat. Or this little piece of shit isn't a threat. But at the very least, we have the Fortress. We made this Banded Baxcalibur specifically to be walled by Fortress. So Fortress is the freest switch in. It doesn't matter if he makes a read and goes hard Garchomp or Mandibuzz or whatever. We're just going with the plan. We're sticking to it. We're going hard Fortress. We still don't know for 100%. I can't really tell if this is Scarf Ditto or not. You always assume Scarf Ditto, especially in a matchup where I have something like DD backs, or I could bring DD backs. But you can't be 100% sure. This could be Mirror Herb for all I know. I have no idea. So he goes for Glaive. Doesn't do that much. We're able to eat that pretty easily. And so now we have a choice. I could Gyro Ball, I could Ice Spinner, or I could Reflect. One of those three things. I could Gyro Ball, calling out the hard Lycanroc play. I could Ice Spinner, calling out the Garchomp play, or I could Reflect, just as like the safest play possible. I wish I clicked Reflect here, but I really wanted to call out possible Garchomp switching on me. But he goes for the safest play. He goes for Mandibuzz, which makes 100% sense. Do not blame him at all for going for that play. And so now here, the Ice Spinner didn't do that much, very obviously. So I feel like I could either Reflect or Volt Switch. Either one of the two. I'm just looking at my team just like, okay, what's my end game here? What's my end game looking like? Because Tinglu can win end game, Baxcalibur can clean end game. I decided to go for a Volt Switch. I kind of wish I went for Reflect here because it's pretty free. I mean, Mandibuzz doesn't really do that much to me. But then I was just like, oh shit, what if he's running Heat Wave Mandy? And I realized that after I clicked the Volt Switch, I was like, ooh, did I throw? And then he U-turned, I was like, oh. Because I got really worried for a second, because for some reason Mandibuzz learns Heat Wave. I have no idea why, but it does. So I remembered after clicking Volt Switch, and I was like, oh no, did I throw? Did I throw again? But he goes hard guard chomp on the Volt Switch. Again, this is why I wish I went for the Reflect. Maybe even double Ice Spinner was the play, but yeah. So now I'm in a bit of a pickle, because I can obviously go hard Ting Lu here again, but it's such an obvious play, and he could very easily call it out by going his Lycanroc Dust, which I don't mind, because again, I'm Choppleberry on Ting. I'm sorry for these long pauses, by the way. Literally, like, a bunch of family drama was going on in the middle of all this, so like, I'm just glad I was able to finish the match, bro. But this is down to the wire. This is close, bro. I mean, if I just decided to take damage on Tauros early with the Store Power, even if I didn't kill, I mean, I'd be looking so much better, because Spiritomb would have so much more HP on it, be able to comfortably take on something like a Garchomp or like a Rock Dust now in the end game. But it is what it is. We move. He gets a crit on EQ. I was just like, that's not what I need right now, man. This is really close. I don't need a crit. That's not cool. So it's just like, okay, what am I gonna do here? What are we doing? So, just like, Earthquake is semi-free, but he could go Mandibuzz, and so I kind of want to Ruin Nation, because that covers Mandibuzz, and it also covers the Ditto switch, and I don't think he ever stays in here. And so he goes the Mandibuzz, which is what I wanted to call out. And I was like, great, awesome. Chipping this thing down. He's gonna want to roost. There's no way he's gonna leave this thing on this low of health against my team. He wants to be outside of Ice Shard range. That's what I am thinking. And so I'm just like, okay, so I could Ruination again, or I could go hard backs. And I just clicked it straight up. I forgot. I was just like, nope, I'm going hard backs. Trying to call out the roost, which makes sense, you know, be aggressive. And yep, there it is. Semi-obvious roost. He obviously wants to keep this thing healthy, but now he genuinely just does not have a banded Ice Whip or Switch in. He has to pick a stack. At worst, or at best for him, he goes Ditto, and then takes like 80% from Banded Crash. So Ice Cold Crash is free here no matter what. I probably could have Glaved, in all honesty, but that didn't guarantee a kill on Mandy, and I didn't want to overpredict. I really wanted Mandibuzz gone, really, because the longer this thing stays in this game, the more tricky things get for me, because it's just a good defensive piece for him. I didn't want to risk anything, so I was like, I'm just going to click Crash, I'm just going to click what's in front of me. He doesn't have a switch in, and boom, we are able to get that kill on Mandibuzz. Another huge kill for us. Don't got to deal with that anymore. So all that's left for him is Garchomp, Lycanroc Dusk, and Ditto. And he could realistically go any one of those three on my Excalibur, and I just got to deal with it somehow, no matter what he goes into. I was fearing him going hard Lycanroc Dusk, and then it would be like this terrible 50-50 where he could just end up like swords dancing in front of me, and if he's Sash, then it's tough. I can't remember off the top of my head if I was able to get any chip on him prior to this. I don't think so. No, because I didn't Sucker Punch him with Spiritomb, so that actually would have been nice, but I didn't want to Spiritomb. I didn't want to Sucker Punch on a potential SD, but I guess there's no way he'd ever Poltergeist. There's no way he'd ever want to stand a Poltergeist. But thankfully, don't gotta play any 50-50 mind games, because he goes my own Excalibur. Again, I do not care, because I have the freest Fortress switch. It is getting chipped down. He is getting chipped down. It is tough that Fortress is getting chipped down, because I think after this, it's now a roll for Fire Fan to kill me, depending on his set. If he's adamant, I think it's going to kill me, which is tough, or at least it has a better chance of killing me. I remember trying to do the calcs at the time, and I was just in such a rush. Just like, oh god. But Fortress is always going to be our switch in. Even if he decides to go hard Garchomp, it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do. Obvious play or not, this is just our safest play. And we can't risk backs either, because we could honestly get into a position where backs could clean endgame with Ice Shard if we position ourselves correctly. So he Scale Shocks, and it's just like, cool, I can eat this. 2 hits, 3 hits, fucking 4 hits, a crit. I'm just like, no way he gets 5, and he gets 5. And I'm like, what is this, bro? Like, why? I need this HP, like, really bad. Like, I need that, man. How the fuck are you gonna get 5? So I decided to reflect here since all he has left is physical attackers. Again, maybe I could just Ice Spinner here, but I didn't want him to stay in and just try and get more chip off on me. So I felt like he'd go Garchomp here if he was gonna switch, and he did. So Reflect was the safest play. Again, I really could have called it out with Ice Spinner, but what if he stayed in there? Now I'm in an even weirder position, because now he's just slowly getting chip on my Fortress. So we have the Reflect up, which makes this much more manageable, because Tinglu can eat like Flamethrower, whatever the fuck. He hasn't revealed anything like Surf yet, and even then we can eat. Sorry, I had to check my fucking record and make sure that I'm not goddamn talking to myself, but technically I am, but that's besides the point. But Tinglu, our safest play. He can't, as long as he doesn't get another fucking Earthquake crit, we're fine. We're able to eat, and if he decides to try and make some kind of play, going like hard Lycanroc Dusk, we have that Chople Berry, we're fine. So, here we are. What is he gonna do here? I'm like, maybe he's Dragon Tail. He decides to go for Spikes. I'm just like, oh, okay. Interesting. I was like, okay. Like, it's very obvious he's trying to, like, chip Fortress down. Because I think he knows that Fortress is fucking, you know, Akaberry. So he wants to chip that thing into Fire Fang range 100% to be on the safer side. So I'm like, fair enough. I think I Ruination here because I expect him to go Ditto on the Tinglu because it is his safest switch. So I'm like, alright, I don't care about Spikes too much. I mean, it is annoying, but fuck it. Nothing we can do about it now. So I decide to Ruination here. If he goes Ditto and I hit him with that Ruination, that's just an even better chance for backs to possibly sweep late game with an Ice Shard, but obviously we need chip on that Lycanroc. That's the big thing. That Lycanroc is just this looming threat that could win at any point, man. It's so scary. But he decides to stay in and go for another Spike. I'm like, okay. And I'm just like, I'm just gonna go for Earthquake here because you're in range now. Even if you decide to go Ditto here, I am cool with that because I am willing to risk this. If I can get rid of this Garchomp now, like I'm chilling because if you decide to go Lycanroc for some reason on Tinglu with a Reflect up, like I don't care. What are you gonna do to me? Even if USD, you weren't killing me with CC. Like I don't care. You know? So the possibility of getting rid of Garchomp, too enticing, man. Like we need this thing gone. We do not like this thing. We also have Slowking Galar still in the back, who's kind of just like weirdly vibing. Like he doesn't have much of a role this match anymore, but he switches out. I'm just like, okay, goes Tinglu, obviously. And I was like, wait, that's Lycanroc. What? I go for EQ. I'm like, okay, maybe he's Sash. Wait, I got chip on it. Wait, he's dead. What happened? I was like, what? I don't know why he made that play. Even now, when I try and think about it now, I'm just like, what was that for? What was he trying to call out? It's so, I don't know. What was he trying to call out? Was he trying to call out Bax? I think he was trying to call out Baxcalibur. Because he did reveal to me after the match that he was Scarf Chomp. And I was like, oh shit, which makes it even weirder that he went for spikes. But I was like, oh fuck. But obviously that is a massive deal. Our chances of winning have gone up tremendously, like at least 70%. Now that Lycanroc Dusk is gone, that was by far the biggest threat to our entire team. So it's just like, oh, okay, all right, we got this. We're looking good. We're looking really good right now. I decided to go for a Ruination because any chip on this Ditto is amazing. He can't do that much to me other than Ruination himself. So we could just end up having a Ruination off, which I'm totally cool with because I do have Baxcalibur in the back to get that Ice Shard sweep, and as long as I am able to chip down this Ditto, then that should be it, you know? Like, Bax should be able to sweep with Ice Shard from this point. Depending on... I remember I tried to do calcs on, like, a 50% Ditto who transformed into Baxcalibur against a Banded Baxcalibur, and Ice Shard had a roll to kill, so it wasn't exactly as, like, and, like, that did fucking nothing. He should have Ruination there. He 100% should have Ruination there. I think he was just trying to catch something? I'm not entirely sure, but... He was red card Ditto. I was like, what? This is the last thing I expected this match. He drags me out to Bax, which is quite possibly the fucking worst thing that he could have dragged out here. And I'm just like, okay, can't I just go for an Ice Shard here? Like, what's stopping me from going for Ice Shard? Just like, I don't think anything is stopping me from going for an Ice Shard. Because he can't threaten a kill on me. Reflect's still up. Even if he like crit EQs, which I'm calcing right now, it doesn't kill me. And Ice Shard is a 2-hit KO on this Ditto Tinglu. So I'm like, yeah, if he decides to sack this, then I win. So he only has 2 plays here. He goes Garchomp, sacks it, and then tries to win with his own backs. That's Dittoed. Or he stays in with Tinglu and tries to get chip off on this. So he switches out, and he does indeed go into Garchomp to sack it. I'm just like, okay, cool. So at this point, I'm just like, okay, even if Ice Shard doesn't kill, then that is 100% fine. Because Fortress should be able to eat anything he does, and I should be able to win from that point. Considering in like Spike's damage and all that. But it's a lot more tricky knowing that he isn't choice locked. So it's like, ooh, this is scary. Because I wasn't 100% sure if Tinglu was in range of anything. I didn't want to risk going like hard Slow King Galar, because like, I don't know, maybe I would need it for some fucking reason. Slow King really has just been like vibing in the back for like the past like fucking 10-15 turns, because it was supposed to take on Inteleon and then it didn't, and then ever since then it's just been like, hi guys, hey guys. We have Shard here, it does not kill, he Glaive Rushes, kills me, obviously, that's a very obvious kill. And now we can go into Fortress here, live anything as long as it doesn't crit, and kill back with a Gyro Ball. If he does crit, we are in a bigger amount of trouble. The only way he can win this is by crit Glaive Rush or Icicle Crash Fletch. Those are the only 2 ways you can win this. I'm just like, please, God, if you're up there, help me out, brother. Don't let this happen to me. So it all comes down to this. Because from there, I don't know if Tinglu lives a Icicle Crash after all that Spike ship. Slow King definitely doesn't live anything. So it's just like, fuck. Ah! So it's this anticipation building up of like, please, no bullshit happen. No bullshit happen. Glaives, and I'm able to live it. I'm like, oh. Oh. If he did crit, that would have 100% killed, and from there it would have, I might have just lost. But We were able to defeat Misery after throwing Espeon away in like turn 3, even though we could have just straightforwardly, it's not a fucking word, even though we could have just attacked the Tauros, which is what we should have done, because I forgot Tauros fucking got Flare Blitz, because I was thinking of Raging Bull. But GG's to Misery. Please make sure to go check them out in the description below. This was a really close battle, man. Really, really close. Yeah, this was insane. Just what a crazy battle. Thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully next week it'll be less chaotic. I'm able to do live comm, but we'll see. Have a wonderful day, night, afternoon. Doesn't matter where you are. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next week. Peace out, everybody.